from Messe with Arvin Arora. He's Director Engineering of Industrial AI at Emerson.
Hi, John.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks. Yeah.
AI in the industry, that's a huge theme.
Yes.
What you see for the future in AI in the industry, and how is the Emerson take on this?
Yeah, certainly there are tons of use cases in production and manufacturing. We named a few of them in our talk, but from our perspective it's especially important to bring them to the end user because, operational end users, they may be fascinated regarding AI, but at the end of the day they really need added value in their operational day-to-day work. So we are pretty much focusing on how to make application of AI as easy as possible. Like we are packaging our leakage locator on an IPC. We deliver tools to connect to a machine. And then ideally, of course I'm overstating this a little bit, then ideally you just press a button, calibrate, and then monitor the machine. Okay. So we are pretty much focused on ease of use, beside of course exploring and engineering machine learning models. This pretty much counts for use cases like predictive maintenance, health monitoring, life cycle prediction in order to avoid or to increase efficiency of your maintenance teams, for example, and also for anomaly detection in general. So all those types of use cases are already very tangible and doable, but they have to be packaged in an easy way. So that's one of our main directions.
Okay. Of course there will be pitfalls. Where do you see them coming?
Yeah, lots of. We discussed a little bit on security and safety, of course. So one of the challenges is that compared to classical products in the industry automation or factory automation, software sometimes needs to be delivered in a high frequency. So you have to solve that. If you want to deliver security patches, for example, how do you do that on the shop floor without causing new security issues? So that's one of the challenges, certainly. Then still you need to connect to the right data. One very common pitfall still is, I mentioned it in the talk, that you still have to be willing to explore and evaluate a little bit on AI use cases, because it may not work in the first approach that you find the right use case, because all this is dependent on how much information is in the data, on the context, and so on. So that's very important. And one additional thing I'd like to mention is that you really need to translate the business and operational goals into measurable machine learning metrics, because that's actually not too easy. So a prediction model might work quite well, but this doesn't necessarily mean that it creates added value in an operational context. No. So that's a common pitfall, actually.
Do you have the typical problem that you have to, if AI should be a success, you have to have it from the top of the organization and all the way through to get it really working?
Yeah, that's what you commonly hear, right? That there needs to be a commitment of the management. Yeah. I think that's what you're targeting. Yes, because, for several reasons. Because, you need to have involvement, especially in the beginning of your buying and operating center. So operational users should be involved. You at least should have a little bit space to explore things, right? And last but not least, AI means change. Yeah. Right? So it's not only a technology, because sometimes people feel like, I've done this all the time manually and I understood everything, and now I'm kind of blind and I'm asked to follow recommendations of an AI. So you have to create trust and transparency, and this is an organizational change process, and that's why management should be stakeholder of that.
Is it fair to say that the industry companies not approaching AI Well,
Sorry, I didn't get it.
is it fair to say that the industry companies not involving now, starting to evolve in AI, will fall behind in a short time if they don't start to get use of AI or explore it? Or
You mean whether is it really a competitive factor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think so. I think it's mission critical actually because, well, currently I think mostly innovators or early adopters. But as soon as they tackle this and really bring this into production, this is really competitive advantage. So you can really save a lot of manual effort of measurement equipment, like we proved with the leakage locator. And by Gen AI, you have productivity increases by 30, 40, or 50%, depending on the area, of course. And you really have to be careful about the results. But from my point of view, you really have to consider using AI.
because in every project, this cost is the key factor. Cost will always be a key factor. So saving money, higher productivity,
be fast enough.
Yeah.
So that's something, especially because the world is moving so fast and information overload steadily increases. I don't know how you do it, but I don't use a browser anymore or a search engine. I'm not searching for websites and then compiling them by my own. I just ask the ChatGPT, for example, to compile it. Although you really have to look at the results critically and look at the sources and the links. Yeah.
Okay, folks, there you have it. A little take on AI here from Hannover Messe and Emerson. Thank you for watching.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
Thank you.